head and neck, up and down. So tonight we're going to look at some deadlifts and some rows, and we have a lot of body weight stuff. So it should be a good little mix. One more. We will relax the shoulders and drop the ear to the shoulder. Let's do 5 on each side. And then holding it for a sec before you move into your half circles. We'll do 5 on each side here as well. Good. Big arm circles. Sweet. Let's go the other way. Last one, we'll open it front and back. Good. 2 more, and then we will open to the side, squeezing the glute. My shoulders are sore today. Must be from those snatches and jerks. Let's do 1 more on each side. Good. Elbows. So 10 in each direction. I see a kitty taking over the screen. All right, good. Big wrist circles. Other way. Good. All right, spinal roll down, starting with that head, tucking the chin, rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. Ooh, letting those arms be heavy. Everything feels a little tight today. Ooh, mama, did not realize. So when the hands get to the floor, you're just going to relax head, neck, and shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. And then when you exhale, you can start rolling up, keeping those knees soft, tucking the tailbone. Head is the last thing to come up. Let's do that again. This time when we get to the floor, we walk the hands to the side. Push into the floor. The knees can stay bent or you can straighten them if that's accessible to you. And taking it to the other side. Pushing into the floor, straightening the arms. And then taking it back to center. Slowly rolling up. Good. Our side bend, reaching the arm up and over to the side. And up. Other side. All right, we're gonna stay here, fold over the leg. Leg is as straight as you can get it. We're going to relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Taking a nice deep breath. And when you're ready, we will open it up to the side. If you're on your left leg, left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Bringing it down, other side. We're just gonna fold and relax head, neck, and shoulders. The leg is as straight as you can get it. And we open it up. Bringing it back down, coming into center, letting gravity take over. We're going to grab the elbows, we're going to sway side to side, bringing the weight into the balls of the feet. And then bringing it to a stop in the center, slowly rolling up. Good. That one never gets old for me. I love it. Let's do some hip circles. Good. Let's do one more, and then we'll go the other way. Last one. Good. And then ankles. Big circles. Change direction. Let someone in here. When you're ready, you can go to the other side. So pointing and flexing those toes as we make our way around. Change direction if you haven't already. Hi, Eileen. Good. All right. We'll move on to our bear walk and diagonal stretch. So we will just do our traditional bear walk tonight. So starting in that 3-point stack position. We're looking at the spine here when I say 3-point stack. So the spine or the back is nice and straight, tailbone is lifted up towards the ceiling, legs are as straight as you can get them. You can start first by shifting that weight just from the hands to the feet. If that feels okay, you can start moving forward. You can keep that shift as you travel forward and back if you like. It may help with the momentum, but you don't need to. So 10 steps forward, 10 steps back. You're really reaching forward and then pushing into the arms and the shoulders as you walk back. Good. Nice. When you've done your 10 steps, we're going to bring it into our diagonal stretch just from the standing position tonight. Both knees are bent. Squeeze that glute. So before you even move into the stretch, let's just hang out here for a second. Squeeze the glute, get that nice stretch. If you want to make little minor adjustments, just to see how it feels, all in that area. All right, when that feels okay, now that you feel warm, arm crosses over to the shoulder, we're going to reach around, touch the back of the leg. 5 on each side. Ooh, good. All right. So we'll do those two again, bear walk and our standing diagonal stretch. So take a minute in this downward dog or bear position to get that tailbone lifted and straighten the legs. Check your arms. Are your arms straight? Then when you're ready, move forward. 10 steps forward, 10 steps back. Ooh. Good. Diagonal stretch. Maybe you're getting a little bit deeper this time through. Nice. Oh, side is tight. My shoulder is crunchy. Whew. All right. Cool. Let's bring it down to the floor. We will start with some glute lifts. So you can do these either from your back, lifting the hips. But if you have the mobility through your shoulders, I'll encourage you to do them this way with the hands behind your back. The fingers will face mostly away from you, maybe out on an angle, so diagonally. You're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together so that chest is open and lifted. Then we lift the hips, driving the knees over the toes, bringing it back down, keeping those shoulder blades squeezed together. We'll do 10 this way. Squeezing those glutes at the top. You can hold it for a beat. Keep that neck neutral. Good. That's it. Cool. We'll stay on the floor for a pigeon. So the front knee is bent. You can bring your hands on either side of the knee. That back leg is straight. You can keep the toes tucked, or you can have the top of the foot down and connect it to the floor. So we're just going to hang out here, sitting up nice and tall will be step 1. So we'll take a few breaths in this position. Again, feel free to make minor adjustments and explore. If you want, you can start leaning forward. Try to reach that chin as far away from you as you can. Maybe we're here for 5 and then hold that last rep. And then we'll go to the other side. I did my good side first. I meant to do my bad side first. This is going to feel really, really, really tight. All right, find your position, find your sweet spot. This will look different on all of us. This will look different from side to side. So smoothing out the breath. When you're ready, you can lean forward, keeping that back as straight as you can, reaching that chin away, holding your last rep. All right, good. And then we'll just do some shin box. Choose your level. Or windshield wipering the legs side to side, keeping that back straight, chest open. When you're ready, you can drive up. So we have deadlifts today, so let's think about that hinge as we're sitting back. You want to keep that back nice and straight. Push the hips back. You should feel a nice stretch through that back hip. Doing 5 on each side of these, I don't know. Last one on each side, let's say. Good. Then we'll go back to those glute lifts. All right, hands behind you. Squeezing your shoulders. Driving those knees over the toes. Squeezing those glutes at the top. One more, or 10, whichever. All right, let's go back to pigeon. See how it feels the second time through. All right, leaning forward. Holding that last rep. You can reach your arms away if you like. Reaching that chin away. All right, slowly coming out. We'll go to the other side. Ooh, I'm warm already. Okay, hanging out here, finding your breath. When you're ready, leaning forward. Reaching the arms away. Good, and slowly coming out, back to shin box. So you can stay with the first level, or you can come into the bottom of the squat, and we'll do it this way. You choose. Whichever version you do though, you're squeezing your glute at the top. In this version, remember you're coming down onto the side of your knee and the side of your foot and up onto the tippy toes of that other leg. Going for 10 on each side. I don't know how many that is. We'll say this is the last one. Whew. Good. When you're ready, shake it out, grab a drink. Check my time. Okay. Deadlift and row. will be your first exercise. And our second exercise is going to be a body weight exercise, but it's going to be like it'll be a combination body weight exercise. So let's just look at this deadlift and row first before we have to start coordinating something. So for this deadlift, it's going to be a single leg deadlift, but it's not going to be a balancing single leg deadlift. We're going to do that kickstand deadlift. So my back foot is just probably right at the heel of my front foot. My knees are bent. I'm sending my hips back, shoulders down away from the ears, back is straight. All of my weight, I want all of the weight in this front leg. So I'm thinking about all that tension in the back of that leg. I'm gonna lift, I'm gonna bring it down, I'm gonna reset, and I'm gonna row. Put it back down, lift, down, row. Okay, so try a few on each side, or at least a couple on each side. So we're working with a light weight here. We're not going to build a tremendous amount of muscle with these kettlebell weights. They're sub-maximal weights. But I mean, there really is something to be said about just even bringing that awareness into the area. And then just finding that position where you can really just maximize as much as you can with this light weight. You can watch your tempo. So depending on your weight, maybe you want to explode up, go down nice and slow. The row will be, because your weight will be determined by your row, because the row, you're never going to be able to row as much as you can deadlift, most of us. So your deadlift weight will probably be a little bit lighter than maybe what you're used to. Okay, so we're going to do 45 seconds of that little combination on one side, 45 seconds on the other side. Then we come down to the floor. Pay attention. You got to stay with me on this one. We are going to start downward dog. I'm going to do it just in this angle so you can see. It'll be a downward dog to a high plank, back to a downward dog. But then from here, I want us to flip. So we've done this before, the scorpion. We're going to have a seat though. Maybe you bend your legs and come up into a tabletop, or maybe you extend your legs and come up into a reverse plank. Bring it back. Other side, scorpion, bent legs, reverse tabletop. So it's downward dog to the high plank, and then one of these things on each side. So we're going to be doing 4 rounds of it. If it makes you feel any better, I probably played with this for about 30 minutes before I actually figured out the flow. So this is as much practice as anything else. But I didn't have anyone explaining it to me. I had to figure it out myself. So I can talk you through the steps as we go. So that's what it is. We're going to do 4 rounds. So deadlift-row, and then this little body weight flow. It rhymes. Okay, let me get my timer. You can start with the light weight and work up. Like I said, your weight will be determined by that row. We're starting in 15. You can start on whatever side you like. Making sure you set it up though. You feel that tension, shoulder down away from the ear. We lift and row. So you can reset the weight on the floor between reps if you want, or you can just let it hover. As you're rowing, you want to make sure you keep that elbow in nice and close. Squeeze that shoulder blade. Keep pushing those hips back. I don't know if you had the experience, but I could feel the weight pulling me forward, bringing me into my toes and my heel lifting. So you want to fight that and resist that. If that's happening to you as well, let's go to the other side. There will be a little bit of twisting that happens as you row. That's okay. We're almost there, I think. There it is. All right. Down dog, high plank. Start with that. Yeah. Down dog, high plank, back to down dog. Then we scorpion to one side. We have a seat. You're either going to bend your knee, come up for a reverse tabletop, or extend your leg for a reverse plank. Flip over, go to the other side. Reverse. And then you start over, down dog, high plank, down dog, scorpion, reverse tabletop, or high plank, and there it is. All right, so we went nice and slow. Well, not so bad, huh? Okay, deadlift. Here we go. I think I got 7 on my first round with these. Felt hard, but I always find rows hard. Keep those shoulders down, away from the ears. Actively pull them down. Your neck is neutral here, so we're not tucking the chin. Well, I mean, you tuck the chin a bit. We're not completely tucking it. All right, other side. A lot of people actually look way up when they're doing deadlifts. Don't do that either. Just neutral neck. Other side. Good. We're close. Keep that weight back. All right. Our combo. Starting in down dog. High plank. Back to down dog. Scorpion one side. Choose your reverse. Bring it back to down dog. Other side. Back to down dog, high plank, down dog, scorpion again. Other side. Good. See? It's coming. Deadlifts. Number 3, round 3, halfway. Let's do it. Set it up. And that tension. Shoulders away from the ears. You can make a fist with that other arm. Good. All right, other side. My abs are always super sore the next day after doing rows. So you'll have to tell me if your abs are sore tomorrow too. I always, always underestimate them as an ab exercise. Here we go. Keep it up. Almost there. Good. Body weight. A little flow. Here we go. Down dog, high plank. Down dog, scorpion. Reverse. Back to down dog. Other side. Back to down dog, and then high plank again. Almost there, there it is, good. All right, last round. Ooh, my legs. Let's do it. My last 7 reps here. Set that back, check those shoulders. Good. Couple more reps. We got it. Phew. Other side. Okay, set it up. Last time for these. Keep pushing that weight back. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. If you have to reset the weight on the floor, you can. Whew, we gotta be close. Finally. All right. Okay, you're on your own. You can do it. I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, except one thing. For the plank, if you want to do like one of these bomber push-ups, you can, just for fun. Let's make it a little bit harder. We're almost there. Keep going. Whew. Cool. All right, grab a drink. Good job. All right. So like I said, body weight. But maybe keep your kettlebell handy because I want us to do some single leg glute lifts. But if you can, have your foot elevated just so we get some more range of motion. So we can use our kettlebells for that. But let's start with the first exercise. So those Superman squats that we saw last week in the bodyweight class, we're gonna do those tonight. So if you remember, level one, is just stepping back in that reverse lunge. You can release the toe. Remember, you're leaning forward. You should feel that nice stretch through the back of the glute and leg here. You're gonna drive up, reset, step back, release the toe, drive up. We're gonna do 30 seconds on one side, 30 on the other. If you remember, the full version is starting on one foot, sitting that knee back, coming up. The closer you can keep the knee to the foot, the easier it is, the easier it's going to be to control, but that requires a lot of mobility through the ankles, knees, and hips. So that might not be accessible to you. So you just take your knee wherever you need to, but you do want to try to keep that back nice and straight. You want to lean forward till you feel all that weight in the back of the leg. Ooh, and drop. 30 seconds on one side, 30 on the other. Then it'll be our glute lifts. So we're really gonna get into the legs here tonight, this week. So if you remember our single leg glute lift, just without the foot being elevated, you just take your foot off the floor and we drive the hips up. This knee, you're thinking about driving it over your toes, squeezing the glute at the top. If you want, you can keep your hands in that triangle position, hands on the heels of the hands on the hips, index fingers pointing down towards your pubic bone, just to get that feedback on whether your pelvis is remaining neutral or if it's tipping side to side. So in that single leg glute lift position, you drive up, trying to keep that pelvis in that triangle level. So that's just one thing you can do. Think about as you're doing these. So if you're going to lift the foot, elevate the foot, I'm just going to slide my foot through the handle, keep it there, but nothing changes. So you want that pelvis to remain neutral. Foot is off the floor, driving up. So you should feel the difference in the range of motion now. We're going to do a nice squeeze at the top and bring it down. Okay? So 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side. Then we'll stay on the floor. And we're going to stay with those, we got nice and warm with those reverse tabletops. So it'll be a reverse tabletop. And if you can, what you're going to try to do is scoot your bum. If your bum touches the floor, that's fine. Just bring it onto the floor here so I can slide. So reverse tabletop, and you're going to slide your bum back, straighten your legs, slide it through, back up to tabletop. If you can keep your bum off the floor, push, push, push into the hands. You're compressing the abs. So this is an ab compression exercise. That's what we're looking for. But if for now your bum touches the floor, that's fine. It's still going to be challenging. 4 rounds of all of these things. We're going to start with those Superman squats. Starting in 15. Whatever side you like. Choosing your level, so you're either just reverse lunging, lifting the toe, driving up. Maybe you want to start with that for your first round. Oh my goodness, this side, you underestimated. There we go. Other side, good. All right, setting it up, getting ready for the other side. One side may feel easier than the other. So if that's the case, then you're just going to work, the hardest version that you can on each side. So don't regress your good side to match your bad side, is what I'm saying. If you have to reset in that bottom position, you can. I like to pull my lats down away from my ears again, get everything turned on. Okay, single leg glute lift. Choosing your side, maybe finding that neutral pelvis, even if it's just for those first couple reps. You might be surprised at how much you tilt. Big squeeze at the top, driving those knees forward. Good. We're going to rest and go to the other side. Here we go. I really like to make sure get that nice big squeeze at the top. And as you're coming down with control. So you can imagine there's a tack on the floor underneath you. You don't want to slam into it. Okay, our compression. So you can do that from tabletop, or you can do it from the reverse plank position. So you can choose your level. So pushing into the floor with the arms, chest is open, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Reverse tabletop. Pushing into the arms as you slide your hips back, straighten the legs, and scooch on through again. Trying to get your bum off the floor. Good. Okay. Superman squats. It's like heavy body weight stuff. If you are doing the full version, you can try to maintain your balance on one foot without setting that other foot down. All right, other side. Let's do it. Almost there. All right, glute lifts. Here we go. So you can keep the knee that's off the floor. I don't really care what you do with it. You can keep it bent. You can straighten it. Lots of things. All right, other side. Well, that burns at the end. Okay, let's do it. Keep going. All right. Compression, reverse tabletop. If you want to try reverse plank, you can. A reverse tabletop is just as good. Set it up, open that chest, squeeze the shoulders, lift those hips. You may have to play with the distance of your hands so that you can slide your hips through. You really have to push into those arms and shoulders to get that bum off the floor. Good. All right. We're halfway. 1 30-second interval at a time. Here we go. Almost there, a couple more reps on this side. There it is. So again, trying to control that way down. You don't want to slam your knee into the floor. That's the hard part. Good. Glute lifts. Good. Drive it up. A few more reps. We're almost there. Big squeeze. Get those knees over the toes. Or imagine they are anyway. Rest. Oh. We should feel this tomorrow. All right, getting ready for that other side. So the foot that's off the floor, so you want to do something with it. So don't just let it hang out all lazy. Flex the foot, point the toes, choose one. All right, compression. Ooh. Tight, tight, tight. Set it up. Chest, shoulders. Lift those hips. More glute lifts. Really getting into that posterior chain today. It was all posterior chain. Deadlifts, rows. Oh, even our body weight thing. When we flipped over. Oh, we gotta look good when we're walking away too, so it's important. Okay. Last round, split squats, or sorry, Superman squats. Here we go. All right, other side. Those are slowing down. One time I was getting 7. I think I only got 5 there. Okay, last round. Couple more reps. Good. All right. Last set of glute lifts. No problemo. Here we go. Keep going. Big squeeze. We're almost there. All right. Switch. All right, set it up. Here we go. Last 30 seconds of these. Good. Hold this last one until the beep. Hold. There it is. Okay. Our last set of compression. Shoulders, chest, hips. Push, push, push. Lift those glutes, lift those hips. Good. Almost there. Good. All right, grab a drink. We'll do a quick little stretch. All right, let's come onto our onto our back, the floor, our back. We'll keep one leg bent. We're going to straighten that other leg. So you're going to grab the leg, wherever you can. Maybe try not to grab right at the knee, maybe a little bit above or below. But see if you can, I guess grabbing it right at the knee won't hurt you here. You want that leg as straight as you can, and I want you to think about flexing your foot and pointing your heel up towards the ceiling, and then just bringing it in as far as you can. So again, this will look different on all of us. Some of us might be very flexible and be able to get it down all the way to the floor, imagine. Some of us maybe not so much. Of course, if you need to have a bend in your leg here, if you don't have the flexibility to get your leg straight, then you keep the leg bent. You pull it in until you feel that stretch through the back of the leg. Good. All right, release. If you had a band or a towel or something you want it to wrap around your foot, that's another option. But I didn't ask you to have one of those handy tonight, so we're just using our hands. So straightening that leg as much as you can, grabbing behind the leg. We're on the other side now. Heel up towards the ceiling, pulling that leg in as much as you can. If you want, you can try to extend that other leg, but you don't have to. All right, release. So let's just drop the knees to one side, shoulders on the floor. All right, bringing it back up through center, going to the other side. All right, bringing it back up to center. Let's roll up to seated. Let's start, if you can, no, we'll do it this way. So one leg straight, and we'll bring the other foot to the inside of the leg. So first things first, we're just gonna sit up nice and tall. If that feels, this is maybe it for you, you feel that stretch through the back of the leg, then you stay there. If this feels okay, you're gonna try to square your body over that extended leg and then fold forward. So try not to fold forward into the open space. See if you can fold forward over the leg. And again, just going as far as you can, keeping that back straight, Reaching that chin towards your shin, or towards your toes. All right, let's go to the other side. Ooh. Tight side. So on this side, I can't even really get my body over my leg. Isn't that crazy? Just from one side to the other. And I feel it pull in this knee. Maybe some of you are experiencing the same thing. All right. Cool. Let's just stretch those shoulders in front. I'm still sore from yesterday, so this feels good. Other side. All right, that's it. You are free. Thank you.